I like this guy. I don't regret. I loved finding him. I didn't listen to any of that nonsense about aliens. I don't respect people who are obsessed with UFOs and aliens. That's a government program. It's obvious. I've already covered that in other videos. Mike Wallace had one of those people on with some ex-colonel Navy, whatever, fake whistleblower nonsense stuff. Tom DeLonge is a COINTELPRO in that genre batch. What's the other one? Oh, Ted Gunderson was plugged by mainstream TV. Alex Jones was plugged. If all these people are such nonsense, and they were, or still are, Alex Jones, then why were they plugged? Usually, look at me. Am I plugged? No, I'm amateur. They're not going to plug me. Even when I got scoops, even when I got that big scoop and it made it into the zeitgeist, I was still not getting any credit for what I did. That's called the liberal fella or something. Talking about that Kimberlin thing, but don't tell Brett that I've been talking about him again. Please don't let him. He just won't. Maybe he doesn't care about me anymore. I bet he doesn't care. He knows I'm just a regular guy. He probably respects me for looking into his past, and maybe Brett got counseling for that narcissism, megalomania stuff. But please don't tell him I was talking about him again. Please don't. Where are we? Whistle Stop? Did I mention Whistle Stop at number 3? I think I did. So Jerome at number 4, Whistle Stop at number 3. Oh yeah, we were talking about Highways at number 2. And now for the top number 1 song of all time by Jim Sullivan. Drum roll. Here's the drum roll. Where's the drum roll? No, just kidding. It's UFO. It has to be. It's greatness. Jim Sullivan was greatness. Everyone knows it. Well, not everyone knows it. That's why I do this kind of thing. To let everyone know that Jim Sullivan was greatness and that everyone should know about him. And if we were all more like Jim Sullivan, we'd be kicking back and we'd be more hippie-ish and nice and loving and stuff.
Shaking like a leaf on the desert heat. His daddy's got a bag that's so hard to beat. I bought me a ticket, got a front row seat. I'm checking out the show with a glassy eye, looking at the sun dancing through the sky. Did he come by UFO? A lot of chicks are bull in the book I read. Only man I know that got up from the dead. A lot of people living by the words that he said. I'm checking out the show with a glassy eye, looking at the sun dancing through the sky. Did he come by UFO?
So that's it. That's Jim Sullivan. That's the Jim Sullivan Story. That's his 10 greatest hits. And now I'll just pilfer a little bit through those blog entries I made on Jim Sullivan over at my DFQ2 blog. Okie dokie. He might have played high school quarterback, and he worked mostly in Malibu. Trendy young actors liked him. They chipped in money, which enabled him to hire the Wrecking Crew for the UFO album. It looks like he was originally from San Diego. I'm stealing from what I wrote before. It's sort of a boring story without more footage, or any footage. I'm not seeing much on him. The internet doesn't have everything. It just seemed that way. I looked into how they made different versions of UFO. There's something called Century Records. I'm not exactly sure on stuff like that, but people can look into that if they're really interested in nooks and crannies of figuring out his rebirth.